Welcome back learners. In today's video, we'll be going to discuss about the programming languages which were not covered in the previous session. So in the previous lecture or video, we have discussed about the advantages, disadvantages and applications of R programming language and Python programming language. In today's video, we'll cover C++, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Ruby and C Sharp. Right, so before moving further, I would request you all to please consider subscribing the channel, and if you like our work, please like our channel and videos and also share it with your friends who might find it useful. So coming back to our today's video, we'll be starting with the advantages, disadvantages and applications of C++. So C++ has basically first advantage as portability. That means it is platform independence, which allows the user to run the same program on different operating systems and interfaces at ease. So suppose you are writing a program in Linux operating system and for some apparent reason you have to switch to Windows operating system. So in this case you will be able to run the same program in Windows as well as in Linux without any error. Then we have the second advantage, that is the C++ language is object oriented. This is the biggest advantage of C++, which includes the concepts like classes, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction and encapsulation. So you can reuse the code and it will be more reliable. And apart from this, suppose you have some real world problems which you want to solve. So in that case, data will be treated as an object. If you have heard about C programming language, which is the uh, predecessor of C++. So C don't have this feature of object oriented programming, and therefore C++ was created, proving to be of great significance, right? So C++ was created by combining features not only from C but from Simula 67, which was the first object oriented programming language, right? And then we have third advantage of C++, that is multi-paradigm. So C++ is a multi-paradigm programming language. So you all know what is a programming paradigm. Paradigm means the style of programming you are using. So in C++, it includes logical programming paradigm, structural programming paradigm and procedural programming paradigm. So it is a combination of all the three apart from the object oriented paradigm, right? So generic, imperative and object oriented are three paradigms which are used in C++. Generic programming means you use a single idea to serve different purposes. Imperative programming means you use the statements that change a program's state, right? Then we have the next advantage, that is low level manipulation. So C++ is closely associated with C, which is a procedural language which is closely related to a machine language. So C++ allows low level manipulation of data at certain level. So embedded C systems and compilers are created with the help of C++ language. Then memory management. So C++ gives the programmer the provision of total control over the memory management. So okay, it could be asset as well as liability for this case, right? So it could be advantage as well as disadvantage also. So as this increases the responsibility of user to manage memory rather than it being managed by the garbage collector, right? So this concept is implemented with the help of dynamic memory allocation with the help of pointers. Then next advantage we have is large community support. It has a large community that supports it by providing online courses and lectures, and paid unpaid both are available. And if you might be interested in Stack Overflow or GitHub, so you might find C++ as the sixth most used and followed tag, right? Then compatibility with C. So C++ is pretty much compatible with C. Virtually every error-free C program is a valid C++ program. So depending upon the compiler we are using, every program of C++ can run on a file with .cpp extension. Then scalability is there. That means the ability of a program to scale. It means that the C++ program is capable of running on a small scale as well as large scale of data, right? So we can also build an application that will be resource intensive. So these are few advantages we had. Now comes the disadvantages of C++. First is use of pointers. So pointers in C++ are relatively difficult concept to grasp and it consumes a lot of memory. And if you are misusing the pointers, suppose you are using wild pointers, that may cause the system to crash or behave anomalously, right? So anomalies could be created in that case. Then we have the security issue. Although object oriented programming offers a lot of security to data which is being handled as compared to other programming languages that are not object oriented, right? But certain security issues still exist due to the availability of friend functions, global variables, and pointers. Then the third disadvantage we have is absence of garbage collector. So if, as we already discussed, that C++ gives the user complete control of managing the computer memory using dynamic memory allocation DMA. C++ lacks the feature of garbage collector to automatically filter out unnecessary data. Then next disadvantage we have is absence of built-in thread. So C++ does not support any built-in threads. Threads is a relatively new concept in C++ which wasn't initially there, right? So now C++ is capable of supporting lambda functions. Then next part is about the uses we have for C++. So first, most widely used applications or um, most important use case of C++ is operating system. So C++ is a fast and strongly typed programming language which makes it an ideal choice for developing operating systems. So Mac OS operating system has large amounts of it written in C++. Most of the software from Microsoft like Windows, Microsoft Office, IDE, Visual Studio and Internet Explorer are also written in C++. Second advantage we have is games. So since C++ is closer to hardware, game development companies use it as their primary choice of to develop gaming systems. It can easily manipulate resources and can override the complexities of 3D games and multiplayer networking. Then we have third application, that is graphical user interface based applications. So C++ is used to develop such applications, and most of the applications from Adobe such as Photoshop, Illustrator, etc., they are developed using C++. Then fourth application we have is web browsers. So web browsers need to be fast in execution as people do not like to wait for their web pages to load, right? So this is why most browsers are developed in C++ for rendering purposes. Mozilla Firefox is completely developed from C++. Google applications like Chrome and Google File System, they are partly written in C++. Then we have the embedded systems, various embedded systems that require the program to be closer to hardware such as smartwatches, medical equipment systems, etc. They are developed in C++ because it can provide a lot of low-level function calls unlike other high-level programming languages. Then next application we have is banking application. So since banking applications require concurrency, multi-threading, concurrency and higher performance, C++ is the default choice of programming language. So for example, Infosys Finacle is a popular banking application which is developed using C++. Then we have compilers. So different languages compilers are developed using C and C++ because they are relatively lower level when compared to other higher level languages and are closer to the hardware. Then we have database management software. C++ is also used to write database management software. MySQL, you might have heard about it, which is the world's most popular open source database that is written using C++. Then we have next application, cloud slash distributed systems. So cloud storage systems that are used extensively need to work closer to the hardware. So this makes C++ the default choice for implementing cloud storage systems, right? One of the example is Bloomberg, which is a distributed RDBMS application that is primarily written in C, but its development environment and set of libraries are all written with C++. Next application for C++ is libraries. So libraries require very high level mathematical computations, performance and speed. So C++ is the core programming language used by most libraries. You might have heard about TensorFlow, which is popular for machine learning libraries. It uses C++ as its backend programming language. Then we have switches. So C++ is one of the fastest programming language. It is widely used for programming routers, telephone switches and space probes. Then next and the last application we have advanced computation and graphics. So just like web browsers, all the graphic applications require fast rendering and high-end graphical processing, computer vision or digital image processing software. They all use C++ as the backend programming language. So these are all advantages, disadvantages and few real world use cases of C++ language. So after this we'll start with the Java programming language. Okay, so coming back to Java. So Java has several advantages, disadvantages and applications also, which we'll be discussing. So before that, if you know any other applications which we have missed for C++, kindly write it down in the comments below. So now talking about Java, Java's first advantage is that it is very simple. Uh, so when you are talking about any programming language to be simple, that means it should be easy to learn and understand, right? So Java is simple because its syntax is straightforward, easy to write, learn, maintain and understand, right? So easily you can debug the code as well. So Java is less complex than the languages like C or C++ we have used, right? Then we have one more thing, as C++ had the concept of pointers, so Java has removed few features of these complex languages like explicit pointers concept we don't have in Java, storage classes we don't have in Java, operator overloading and many more features like these are removed from Java to make it easily understandable. Then second advantage we have is Java is an object-oriented programming language that will help to enhance the flexibility and reusability of the code, right? We can easily reuse the object in any other program. Then Java is a secure language, so Java reduces security threats and risk by avoiding the use of explicit pointers, right? So we all know pointer stores a memory address of another value that can cause unauthorized access to memory. So this issue is resolved by removing the concept of pointers. Also there is a security manager in Java for each application that will allow us to define the access rules for the particular class. Then next advantage we have is Java is cheap and economical to maintain. So because we have these programs are dependent on a specific hardware infrastructure to run, so we can easily execute them on any machine. That will reduce the extra cost to maintain. Then Java is a platform independent language, so write once run everywhere feature is there in Java, right? Then Java is a high level programming language, that means human readable language. So it is similar to human language and has a very simple and easy to maintain syntax that is similar to the syntax of C++ language, right? Java supports portability feature, that means platform independence is there due to which it is portable. Then Java provides automatic garbage collection. So there is an automatic memory management in Java that is managed by the Java virtual machine. So this feature was not there in C++, which is here in this case of Java. So Java automatically removes the unused objects with the help of automatic garbage collection process. Then Java supports multi-threading because in Java more than one thread can run at the same time. So thread is the smallest unit of a process. So multi-threading helps us to gain the maximum utilization of the resources, that is CPU. Multiple threads share a common memory area and it increases the efficiency and performance of the application. So these threads run independently of each other without affecting each other. Next advantage we have is Java is stable. So these are more stable as compared to programs of other languages. Java is a distributed language. That means it provides a mechanism for sharing data and programs among multiple computers that improve the performance and efficiency of the system. So there is the process of remote method invocation RMI, which is that supports the distributed processing in Java, right? And also Java supports socket programming and the Corba technology that helps us to share objects in a distributed environment. Next advantage we have is Java provides an efficient memory allocation strategy. So as it divides the memory mainly into two parts, heap area and the stack area, right? So we already have discussed about Java virtual machine that provides us the memory space for any variable either from the heap area or the stack area. So whenever we are declaring a variable, JVM gives memory from either stack or heap space, whichever is applicable. Then comes the disadvantages of Java. So Java has some drawbacks also. First one, Java is slow and has a poor performance because it is memory consuming and it is significantly slower than native languages like C or C++. Because each code has to be interpreted to the machine level code first. So this is okay. You can also say that the slow performance is due to the extra level of compilation and the abstraction of by the JVM, right? JVM saves the time as well, but it can make the system slow as well. Java provides not so attractive look and feels of the GUI. So multiple GUI builders are there in Java for creating the graphical interfaces, but still very much complicated user interfaces cannot be created using Java, right? So different frameworks are there for creating the graphical user interfaces with Java, such as Swing, SWT, JavaFX, JSX, right? So but they are not very mature enough to develop a complex UI. So according to your requirements, you will be choosing any of these, or you may require additional research. Java provides no backup facility, so as mainly it works on storage and not focuses on the backup of the data. So that is the major drawback in this case. Also, Java requires significant memory space as compared to other languages because during the execution of garbage collection, the memory efficiency and the performance of the system may be adversely affected, right? Then we have the complex codes and verbose. So Java codes are verbose, meaning that there are many words in it and there are many long and complex sentences that are difficult to read and understand sometimes, right? So that is why readability of the code is compromised. Now we move to the next part, that is the applications we have for Java. First one is desktop GUI. So desktop applications can be designed using Java, and APIs like Swing, AWT, JavaFX, they provide a modern way to develop GUI applications. So now it has few advantages if you are using Java for GUI based application development. That is, ease of learning, visual feedback, simultaneous display of multiple instances, right? Then the second application we have is mobile apps. So Java is a cross-platform framework which can be used to build applications that run across smartphones and other small screen devices, right? So Java is the second most widely used language for mobile apps development. So there are few examples like Netflix, Twitter, Spotify, in which mobile applications are created using Java. So why do we use Java for building mobile apps? Because it helps to write simple code. It is cross-platform functioning, high compatibility with Kotlin, and high security. That is why Java is most widely used. Then artificial intelligence. Java is one of the best languages for your artificial intelligence projects. So its infrastructure is well embedded with the intelligent software to enhance AI programming, and it has features like better interaction with users, ease of debugging, easy to code features, and standard widget tools, and lot more, which makes it more perfect for the artificial intelligence process. Then we have the web applications, because it has the ability to interact with a large number of systems, so that is why Java is preferred to create. It also allows us to create dynamic web applications that interact with the interfaces. So presence of JSP, web servers, Spring, Hibernate, this provides us visibility in the web development process. And apart from this, for web development, it has these following advantages: presence of a wide range of APIs, excellent IDEs and tools, reusability of code, and enhanced security features. Apart from this, the next advantage application we have is big data technology. So Camel, Apache Kafka, which are used to extract complex information. They take help of uh, Java, right? So Java is commonly used in ETL applications like Aptar, Apache Camel, and Apache Kafka, right? Then we have gaming applications. So Minecraft, Mission Impossible 3, Asphalt 6, all these are the games which are developed in Java. And also it supports Delvic virtual machine and JMonkey engine, which provides ace in building two-dimensional and three-dimensional Android games. So Java is helpful over there. Then we have the business applications. So it has features like flexible integration, powerful performance in the management of big enterprise workload, cross-platform compatibility. So that is why it is the most suited solution for the enterprise development. Then for embedded systems, it refers to the combination of small units that combine to perform the collective function for larger systems, right? So Java is a very good choice for that. Then cloud applications for cloud computing, where we have on-demand access to computer sources without direct management by the user. So Java has carved its way into the cloud applications. It provides a solution for the IT infrastructure at an affordable cost. Then we have scientific applications, the programs which are designed in a highly secure and efficient manner, like MATLAB uses Java as its core component, right? So whichever field you see for software development, Java is present over there, right? So distributed applications, enterprise applications, IoT technology, and many more. So in each and every field of developments, they use Java, right? Okay, so in this video we have learned about two languages, C++ and Java, which are mostly similar to each other as both uses object-oriented programming paradigm, right? So as the video is already very long, so the next two languages or the left out languages we'll be covering in the next video. In this video we'll be covering C++ and Java only. And so if you liked our work, please consider subscribing the channel, like our video and share it with your friends who you think might find it useful, right? We are also on Instagram. I'll put the link to the Instagram account in our description. Kindly check that out also. Thank you all for watching this video. Keep learning, stay happy.